Hey everybody. Good good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for joining me on another Friday live stream here from Japan. It's Saturday morning for me, Friday evening for you guys. I hope you're having a nice end to your week, winding down. Hey everybody. Thanks for joining me. All right. So, how's everybody's Friday? How's everyone's week going? I think I say this every week, but man, these between these live streams, I don't know where the time goes. Like it feels like 5 minutes ago we were hanging out. So uh, just lots of stuff going on in our world. New samples to show off. Absolutely, we're going to show off all kinds of fun new things here in this live stream. Am I in Japan? I am in Japan. I'm in Yokohama. So yeah, that's where I am right now. Hello, hey Motion. Nice to see you here. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I'm in Japan. Um, just the global situation has not allowed us to travel very much. So that's me and my wife live here, but the idea was for us to live between here and Canada, kind of going back and forth. But just the way that the world travel situation is, it makes traveling between the two countries a little difficult right now. So especially now because Canada has imposed some even stricter travel restrictions. So it makes short trips not so worth it. So, anyways, we're not going anywhere until things ease up. But I would say that I'm happy that I'm here during the pandemic time. Life's a little bit less restrictive out here. All right. Tuning in from Washington D.C. Thank you for joining us. And for everybody, let me know where you guys are from. I always love to know where everyone's tuning in from. Hello from Toronto, hometown. Too effing cold here in Alberta. Well, I don't want to make you jealous, but this is my first January spending like January here in Japan, and ooh, it's a treat. I'm used to -20 and such in living in Canada and Toronto and Montreal. I mean, especially January when you get into February, it gets even colder. So um, I think it's going up to like 14 degrees today, 13, 14. So I mean, it goes up to from like 0, 1, 2 to like the low teens to the mid teens. So it's been a blessing. And the sun is shining, so can't complain. Uh, I sympathize with those of you who are in the cold right now, and well, if you are and you need to keep warm, I know we have I know because I'm the one who did it. On Tate and Yoko, we have a winter accessories sale going on this weekend. Buy two get one free. So you could buy you could buy a hat, gloves, and a scarf, and one of those items will end up being free at checkout. So you can keep warm that way. So we've got upstate stock and chamula items on sale. So you definitely, if you're in need of a new winter accessory, hat, cap, scarf, check them out. Hat, cap, scarf, gloves. We've got really, really great gloves from upstate stock. So anyways, go check it out. New jeans out today look great. That's right. The Cerulean Kasuri Selvage came out today. We put out a ton of content for that one, so I hope you enjoyed that. I made the video this week, and it was. Let me try to think about the best way to say this. I think it was okay. It wasn't my. I don't think it was my best work ever. I definitely needed to have more. I did a lot of explaining, but there wasn't a lot of imagery to go with that explanation. So anyway, that's just one thing I got to work on, just the way I build those videos out. And so anyways, you guys are tuning in. You're definitely leaving comments and liking the video, so I appreciate that. And for those of you who provide me with feedback on those videos, I do listen. So we'll try to make these videos even better down the line. It's a new skill that I'm learning, so I do appreciate you guys. Not most people. Almost everybody's comments are very positive. I think I'm just hard on myself. But I do appreciate you guys watching them, because sometimes I make them, I'm like, I don't know if it's the greatest video I've ever done. Yeah, you guys like them, so I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Hello from Markham, Ontario. Oceanside, North County, San Diego, California. Welcome to the live stream. Hello from Wisconsin, 10 degrees Fahrenheit here. We'll stay warm out there. Hello from Lyon. Brisbane, Australia, thank you very much. Hello from Texas. Have you ever been? I've been to Texas. I was in Austin. I've only been to Texas once. I was in Austin. I was visiting the great people at Service Menswear. I was doing an event with them. Oh, it's been a minute. It's been a while. But I'd really like to come out there again. I had a great time. We ate some really amazing food out there, and Austin was such a cool city. So yeah, I'd really like to come out there again. I would, people always ask me, like, where would you want to put the next store? And California, San Francisco, Los Angeles, that always comes to mind. But these days, a lot of I think Texas is the place. So anyways, once this whole thing passes us and we can start thinking about new stores, I think Texas would be a great place to go home. Naked and Famous Denim, Texas. That would be cool. Something about Texas. I don't know. Maybe it's all the King of the Hill I watched when I was a kid. I've always had an appreciation for Texas. Hello from Maryland. Hello. Okay, so pretty chill seeing so many people I follow on here in the stream. Small world, I guess. It is a small world. Our raw denim community is, I think, it's such a great community. We're all pretty tight here. Everyone's commenting on the photos, and the thing is, and I think this kind of boils down to almost, I don't know how much. Let me think about it this way. I don't know how many of you were that, high school kid who was a little bit like weird. I was definitely the weird kid in my high school. There's no question about that. But I found camaraderie on the internet. So I'd find all these people, common likes and things like that. And you chat, you meet with people. And I think that's kind of the same way it is here, where in real life, finding a fellow pants friend, that may be a little difficult. We're not, there's not always going to be that group of friends that you have who are really into pants like we are. So, we come online and we're vocal and we talk about it. So, whether we're leaving comments in the comment sections, on Instagram posts or on videos or hanging out here, it's just fun for all of us to get together. And it seems like, wow, now that we're in a chat like this, wow, we're all in the same place together. It's really cool. And I'm glad that we're able to do that. We would do events in store, and you'll get fans of the brand, and then you'll get like really hardcore, like denim lovers, and it's it's not always the case that you can get 40, 50, 60 people together in one place to talk and listen, chat about denim. So I always appreciate hanging out with you guys. Every week. Why did you choose Selvage Foundation instead of Pants Friends? Because the Selvage Foundation plays off of some of my pro wrestling love. The love for the faction, the team. So while we are all Pants Friends, the Selvage Foundation is the Naked and Famous Denim faction in the Indigo Invitational. We are the troops that are going to win it. I wanted to. I wanted to do, I know it's like the start of the month, so I'm going to be highlighting a lot of the Indigo Invitational posts on our Instagram. So in the past, I would just kind of share the images, but I think now I'm going to title them Indigo Invitational, Selfish Foundation, that kind of stuff. So just to really push and encourage all those people who are in here who are supporting our brand in the competition. So. I feel like I haven't been as encouraging as I could. I do the sharing of the posts, but we really gotta, come together, and I think we're gonna win this. I've seen so many great jeans that we've put out there, and I don't think there's any question. My black denim, we were taking photos yesterday, Risa and I, and they're coming along nicely. I think I think in the next couple of months. These are really gonna start to turn. There is always a point with your raw jeans where you're wearing them, and they're not fading the way you hope that they're fading, and then you get to that point where you're like, okay, I think we're rounding the corner right now, and I think I'm there. The knees are starting to really show. It's hard to see in the light, but got stains and crap on these things. But you're starting to see some of that gray come through. I think there's like a phone fade happening here. So it's coming along. This is the turning point for me, I think. So I'm representing all black in the Indigo Invitational. Currently wearing the Emperor of Slubs for the competition, and the results have been pretty dazzling. For you Emperor of Slub wearers out there, I've seen a couple of photos. I've seen many photos, and they're looking absolutely fantastic. Should I hem my Lord of Neps? That's completely up to you. If you find them long, go for it. If you prefer to wear them short on your ankles, or short on your, short, I don't know, on your ankles, short on your ankles. Anyway, just short, go for it. So that's a personal thing. I like wearing my jeans a little bit on the shorter side, so usually I will hem, or basically I just raw hem my jeans. I just cut them, and and I let them fray, because I just kind of like the way that looks over time. Would you ever do holiday jeans? Halloween ones would be cool. Midnight left-hand twill with orange weft would be cool. We have done holiday jeans before. We once did a Christmaka jean, Christmas and Hanukkah collaboration jean. Those actually really sold fast. Are we going to do some Halloween jeans? Maybe, but this Halloween, we do have a Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street release planned. So that is definitely happening. So stay tuned for that. I think that's a pretty good horror Halloween themed denim. So enjoy that. That's what he's asking. Raw hem, the Lord of Neps, that would be wild. That would look pretty darn cool. I will admit that. What is going on? Why do you say jean instead of jeans? Jean, I don't understand. Using this, second, the King of the Hill jeans idea. Find a way of using the scene where Bobby ruins Hank's jeans and makes a new pair in home ec. You know what? Like, that would be King of the Hill, man. That would be fun. I mean, admittedly, the other week we were talking Pokemon, and I saw that Levi's Pokemon collaboration. They beat us to it. Obviously, they have the muscle to do kind of any project that they want, I guess. But I still would do it. I would still do it. But King of the Hill, that could be fun. Eventually I want to go through all of the things that bring me joy and nostalgia. So King of the Hill is certainly one of those series that I grew up watching a lot. It's also fun to watch these shows. You watch them the vast majority of the time I watched the show as a young person. And, when did that show come out? I was probably in junior high. And you're kind of relating with the younger characters in that show, and then you watch it as an adult, and you certainly relate from the adult's perspective. So it's kind of neat to go through that. Yeah, that show. You know what is another weird show to watch? I mean, when you watch Friends, I like Friends. When you watch Friends from the point of view of being younger than all the characters, and then being their age, and then being older than them, it's kind of amusing. And being someone who especially because a lot of those characters, they go through a lot of the things that it is a sitcom, but some of the situations are semi. You can always find a relatable situation in those shows. So, I would watching a character like Rachel go through her career in fashion. I always found that fascinating because I didn't go exactly through that career path, but I know a lot of people who did. So it was kind of interesting to see how it related, especially when. Where did she work? She worked at Bloomingdale's. I think she worked at Ralph Lauren. So, even knowing people who worked at those organizations, kind of interesting. Just fun to see, I guess. Black core with indigo warp and white weft. Black core is not something that we've been able to do. Just dyeing over top of black is difficult, so that hasn't been worked out yet. Also, black denim with a colored core hasn't been figured out yet. So those are two things that I would really like to do, but just not technically achievable at this point. Any news about the negotiations with Brandon and a new round of Street Fighter? We haven't been there. There haven't been any new talks with the Street Fighter team. So if there is a rumor out there that there is going to be another round, that is not the case. I think I would like to down the line, and if we ever do decide to do that, I think they would be open to it. So. If we do decide to do that again, I will certainly keep you posted. At the moment, I will confirm we're not exploring that, but we are in discussions with other franchises that I think people will really enjoy. So right now we've got Batman. So the Batman collection, the last two releases are coming out very soon. So we've got the Dynamic Duo. That's coming out this Friday, February 12th. And then Joker, I think it's February 27th. Don't quote me on that. You check out the website. So those are going to be the last two. And that was part of the, holiday 2020 kind of release schedule for us. The last two, with COVID and things like that, some things got delayed, so that kind of got pushed out a little bit later than we anticipated, but that's okay. And then we've got Rick and Morty for Spring Summer 21, so that is going to be probably around April, May release schedule. I have to formally announce Rick and Morty, so that's gonna come out to be, the general Naked and Famous Denim world, unless you're into watching these videos and live streams and replays and things like that, they don't know about it yet. So it's gonna be fun to announce that. So that'll be coming pretty soon. And then we've talked about it already. So there's Nightmare on Elm Street. There's Friday the 13th. So that's coming out around Halloween time for fall winter 21. We are working on a Matrix pair. I'll tell you that much right now. The details are still being confirmed. So that is not all finalized yet. So that's why, in fact, with those three properties, they're going through Matrix is going through development, and we still have to present like the concept, the completed concept, to the Matrix team, and then they will grant approval or denial. I don't think they're going to deny anything, but they might request some changes to what our plans are. So that's where we are with that. But with Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, we're going through approvals right now. So that should all be squared away pretty soon. And then once that's done, we can get to teaser land. So that's hopefully around the corner. And then we're working on spring, summer 22 ideas, and we are in talks with a couple of properties for some spring, summer 22 capsule collections there as well. So we're working on it, and we're gonna keep bringing out the heavy hitters. Third gene should be a Jason versus Freddy, a mix of the two. Let me tell you, that is not gonna happen. Just because because you're dealing with two properties, the complication of getting two different camps to agree to work together through you, very difficult. If you're a fan of the Freddy or Jason series, you will know how long it took to even get that movie made. So I'm not even gonna approach that thing. I would love to, and that would be a great thing to do. But I think that knowing the history of that franchise, it is a very difficult thing, and I don't think we would be granted permission to do that. So, Fantasy Gene, but I think it's gonna stay in Fantasyland. I lost much of the taper of my easy guys after hemming. Should I just size up in the weird guy next time? Should you just size up in the weird? I mean, the weird guy's leg opening is bigger than the easy guy. I'm just trying to think what is the solution for that. You wanna keep that small leg opening? Here's what you do. You pin roll your jeans. You pin roll them. So you may lose that taper, but the way that you pin roll your jeans, I wish, you know what, when Risa comes out, I will show you guys how to pin roll your jeans. And that way you can maintain a small leg opening despite what the actual leg opening of that jean is. And, no alterations required. King of the Hill jeans got to be straight stone washed classics. I wouldn't do a stone wash, but I would try. I'm not going to fantasy book that right now, but basically, I think I would have to. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I do, but King of the Hill, King of the Hill. Leather Patch has the iconic scene of all the dudes in the alley. I mean, that would work. That would work. The green jacket Pokemon is sick. That green jacket Pokemon collaboration jacket, yeah, it's pretty cool. That is a pretty cool jean jacket. I may have to get that myself. What happened to the stat guy? Nothing happened to the stat guy. The stat guy is still there. After our spring-summer production is done, I'm going to have a small window to do some small projects where I want to add some... I want to finally do that long inseam that I've been promising a lot of people. So people who want a 36-inch inseam on anything, I'll pick a few fabrics and we'll run a test basically. So we'll see how many people out there would support a long inseam option. And then I want to do a couple of stacked guy options. And I want to do a couple more strong guy options. I'm seeing more strong guy. I think, in a year's time, we're going to see a lot more adoption of the strong guy fit. So, I I kind of want to put some more fuel to that style. Let me see what we got. Sorry, I did a weird chat. Okay. Sorry, I missed a bunch of questions. I'm just scrolling up here a little bit. Green Hornet and Kato denim would be sick. We're doing the dynamic duo jeans are coming out, and I think my favorite episodes of Batman, the live action Batman series, were the ones that involved Green Hornet and Kato. There was something about watching Bruce Lee in the Batman world that was really exciting. So would I do a Green Hornet Kato? I don't know, but I am certainly a fan. Levi's Pokemon collab was playing it safe, not Naked and Famous level at all. It's not what we would do with that collaboration. If we were to do something like that, of course, our aim is to really incorporate those characters into the fabric, whereas, a lot of collaborations are, more about printing graphics on things, which is fine if you like that stuff. I mean, look, man, I like that stuff too, but the Naked and Famous denim approach to a collaboration is more about making the fabric the character. So yeah, that's the way we would handle it. What kind of phase can we expect from the Milk denim? I think you're gonna get your classic, what you would expect from a classic pair of raw jeans. It's a dark indigo denim. It's rigid. After wash, it's gonna get much softer. For anybody who's had the seaweed denim, it's gonna feel like that. But yeah, you can expect a classic look with a very silky, smooth feeling on the inside. Could include Peggy shorts for women. That would be very funny for a King of the Hill. Mom jean shorts. Mom jean shorts jeans. Jean shorts jeans. I don't know. Got anything to say about the James Dant patch I saw on their story this morning? I didn't know they showed that off yet. So we are. I mean, I'll say this: we are working on a special edition jean with James Dant, and I don't think I don't know if he's released any more of the details about that. So I'm going to leave that to him to announce that. So there is a special jean coming soon for James Dant exclusively. Is Mortal Kombat postponed or canceled completely? At this point, I'm going to say it is not going to happen. Yeah, it was just not, it wasn't in the cards. It wasn't anything that they did or we did. It was just, I think we opted for other properties instead. So, you never know. It could happen down the line. But for me, it was a little bit more about the way that we would make the denim wouldn't have there were some limitations. I wanted to, obviously Mortal Kombat, you want to have a very bloody themed product. This is the way I see it. And some of the things I wanted to do just weren't achievable. So I didn't want to just dial it in. So I opted to move on to other ideas. What's the question? Okay. Sorry if you read this earlier, but I'm wondering if there are plans to do anoraks ponchos again. Got one from a friend and would love to see them in slubby or new colors. Maybe, the thing, that fabric that we did the anorak in that a while back, I forget what season it was from. Really, really beautiful fabric, but just the reaction to them wasn't very strong. So we'll see. I'm not totally. I like them, but I'm not totally convinced that we can sell enough of them to really warrant adding them to the line. Um, okay. Um, all right. I got engaged a couple of months ago. Shopping for my wedding. Sorry. I got engaged a couple of months ago. Shopping for my wedding band now. Any story for your wedding band? Yeah, my wife and I bought our wedding rings here in Japan. They were custom made for us, and I mean, I'm not recommending you get the ones or anything like what we got, but they're just simple. I wanted, we're not very flashy people at all, but and I wear it on this finger because I stupidly didn't get it sized properly, and it fits this finger better than my wedding ring finger. But it's kind of like a rough looking surface, which I really like. And we have our names engraved on the inside, but it's just something small and simple. I'm not really a jewelry guy. I don't, as many bracelets and things like that every now and then I go through a bracelet phase and I wear like 50 of them on my hand. And then I get tired of, taking them on, putting them on and taking them off every day. Especially at airports, when we are traveling a lot, when you have a wrist or wrists full of, shit on your hands, and you're just taking them off, and then you go through security and put them all back on. It gets a little annoying. And then you end up losing stuff. I've had the number of Miansai bracelets I've lost at airports. I don't know how I lose them, but I always, for those of you who don't know, Miansai, they make these great, like, leather and, so it's like a silver or whatever other material they have. Like it's like a fish hook. So you wrap the leather around your hand and then the fish hook holds it. And it's a neat design, and they have more designs than that. I still have some other Miansai bracelets. I didn't lose them all, but I've lost so many. I ended up taking them off, and then maybe I don't know how they fall out. They fall out of that tray somewhere, and something happens, and then by the time I figure out that I've lost it, I'm on the plane already or something. I'm like, oh, I forgot I had that on. So I like a simple wedding band. I like simple jewelry in general. But yeah. Recommend any story. I mean, we just wanted something simple that looked a little bit different and that wasn't too flashy. So that was our take on it. So you do you. I know that. I mean, it's all personal. So whatever suits your preferences, you should go for that. We wanted something that looked a little rough and wasn't so. If you look at it closely, you can see it's just like a kind of a rocky kind of texture. They called it a moon texture. So there's this jeweler who made this for us. I wore my blue storms for a Hank Hill costume once. That is awesome. Straight leg is the past and the future. Straight leg will never go away. There are certain, interestingly enough, I mean, I think the only fit that seems to have kind of not, there's in my mind right now, just two fits that kind of disappeared. Okay. So the first one is like a flare. Like you don't really see a man's flare anymore. At least not in the mainstream. So I like them. Our groovy guy is a little bit more flared than a standard boot cut is, but it's not a disco flare by any means. So those have seemed to have gone away. And 90s style baggy jeans, you don't really see that anymore. It's like 90s to like mid early 2000s. rocking your jeans really low, really baggy, that I don't see at all anymore. That's the weird thing that's gone away. That was very strong for a long time. That hip hop community, rap community, there was a lot of that. But now, I mean, maybe, I don't know what it is. I don't know why that look, the rapper look has really evolved a lot over time. Now everyone's like designer and clean and chic, which is cool. I mean, that's a fantastic look. But wearing your jeans really low, long tees, that disappeared. That was such a trope, is trope the right word? Anyways, that was such a thing for a long time. That would be an interesting coffee table book of just going through that style of that time. That'd be fun to look at. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, straight leg, tapered leg, those two are gonna be here with us forever. I wonder if skinny jeans for men is ever gonna go away. I don't think so. I think that's here to stay. I think, the weird thing about it is it really didn't hit mainstream until like the late 2000s. I remember when I was working at Holt Renfrew and we got our first like really skinny jeans for men, and me and my fellow coworkers, we got them in, we tried them on, and we were like, what the heck are these things? And it was like we were wearing skin tight jeans and we thought we looked ridiculous. And the customers thought it was ridiculous. It took us a long time to get people into that, and eventually we warmed up to it as well. But it took quite a while for the general consumer guys to be like, I could wear like really slim fitting jeans like the girls, and then we all did. I went from wearing, I'm gonna admit it. I wore like I'm no problem wearing boot cuts, but I was wearing boot cuts. I was wearing like True Religions, and I wore that for a little bit. I remember there was a podcast I was listening to, like a streetwear podcast, and Jeff Carvalho, he was doing I forget, weekly drop or something like that, whatever it was a long time ago, and I remember listening to that podcast while wearing a pair of True Religion jeans, and they were just ripping on True Religion jeans in this podcast. And it was a sneaker streetwear podcast, and I was really into that. And they were just ripping into them. And I was like, okay, I have to stop wearing these jeans. And I was just like, that was it. I'm done. No more of this stuff. And I think that was right around there is where I got into raw denim. And I was like, okay, that was it. That's kind of maybe, I don't know if I've ever made that equation before, but that was definitely the time I got rid of those jeans. And you know what? Later on in life, I ended up, I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he's one of the editors at High Snobiety magazine, and he's pretty involved in the streetwear journalism community. And later on in life, I met Jeff, and we're pretty friendly with one another. We've hung out, had dinners all many times. So it's kind of funny to go from like, this is my kind of like one of my influencers at the time, to being like, I could message this guy anytime I want, and I haven't talked to him in a while, but I think we're pretty friendly. We've definitely hung out a lot over the years. But I don't know where the hell I'm going with this. Oh yeah, the different kinds of fits that have just disappeared over the time. So those are some of them. What kind of fits do you reminisce about? They don't have to be great. We've all had our. I used to wear those raver pants in high school. At the end of high school, I was all raver pants. They weren't Jinkos, but they were kind of like tracksuit material, really, really wide. Like I looked like I was wearing a freaking skirt, like a long skirt every day to school. And Yeah, man. They were huge. I loved them. They were so I thought they looked cool. But I was one of those kids at the end of high school. Um, Studio Ghibli collaboration. I saw there's a brand of luxury brand called Loewe, Loewe, something like that, and they're doing a Totoro collaboration for these designer handbags. Risa and I yesterday on our mission to get white strawberries. We had to go to the luxury. In Japan, the luxury department, all the department stores have a food floor. Like the ground level is usually where they have like a grocery section. It's not just the grocery section; it's like all these little booths of like different vendors, and they're all selling like really high end stuff. So like there's the high end fruit stand, and like when I mean high end fruit, I'm not joking. Um, like yesterday, what did I see? I saw a little box of grapes, tiny little box of grapes. 5 grapes were in this box, and it was $10 US. $10 US for 5 grapes. They had a box of cherries for $270. I mean, yeah, $15, $20 pomelos. This was this was the whole store. This is what they sell. So we bought white strawberries. Cost us $20. We didn't buy the most expensive ones, but we did. They were pretty expensive. I mean, I think that's the most I ever spent on strawberries. But we got the white strawberries, and we're gonna try them out for you today. But so, anyways, we were at the department store yesterday, and they had that Totoro Studio Ghibli collaboration with Loewe, and I thought that was kind of neat. Huh? How do you say it? Loewe? I don't know. Anyways, I don't know how to say it, but it looked pretty cool. A lot of these designer companies are doing anime collab. I think Gucci was doing a Doraemon. Or Louis Vuitton is doing it. Anyways, it was Gucci or Louis Vuitton, and they're doing like a Doraemon collaboration. So I think there's a lot of anime related product going out in the world now. You know, it's great because as a kid who grew up with anime, and I was in the generation of anime was, if you were a comic book nerd, you were like already pretty low on the totem pole at school. And if you were an anime nerd, you were just the only kid who liked anime. And I was definitely that kid. So to go from that to it is just mainstream accepted now, that was not the world I ever expected. It's so funny that like I can just imagine telling like 12-year-old me like, don't worry, like anime is gonna be, you're not gonna be a loser anymore if you watch anime. It's pretty cool now, and it's been cool for a long time. So that's it's so weird how things change. It's kind of like how nerd became cool. If you watch, early 90s programming, like the nerd was the nerd. Like they were the ones, not really, they were the butt of every joke in a lot of ways. So it's kind of neat how the nerds kind of came to rule. Y'all thinking about doing any other anime type collaborations? Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia. I want to. I'm trying to get the JoJo's people to get back to me. So that is something I'm working on. I want to do more. JoJo's, I think, has to be the next one. You guys, especially, and I know Garrett over at Tate and Yoko, he's a big fan. You guys are big fans. That's the one everyone asks me for the most. So if we're gonna do another one, that's the one. That's for me. That's the target. So wish me luck. Wish me luck. Can you buy some indigo fabric from Naked and Famous to do a custom motorcycle vest? We don't sell the fabrics, but if you want to do a motorcycle vest, just cut the arms off. Or if you want, we'll cut the arms off a denim jacket for you, and you've got yourself a vest. We had one of our former staff, for those of you guys who remember, Simon, he was the manager at Tate and Yoko many years ago. He was a motorcycle enthusiast. He loved motorcycles. He would build them. Yeah, that's what he would do. He'd basically take all of our jean jackets and cut off the arms, and he was ready to go. Brandon actually has started a little motorcycle. What does he have? He's got a couple of motorcycles now.
Honda something?
Some Honda. I don't know what he's got. I'm not the motorcycle expert, but yeah, Brandon got a Ducati something and a Honda, like a Japanese Honda something. I don't know, but you'll probably see more motorcycle related things as Brandon gets deeper into this thing. So yeah, I told Brandon to buy a Ferrari, and he's like, "Are you out of your mind?" And I keep pushing him to do it. Let's see if we can get him there. Not a new one. I just told him to buy. I mean, he's like, "You out of your mind?" He's like, you buy a motorcycle, and it's a couple $1,000s. A Ferrari is the price of a house. I'm not buying one, and I'm just nudging him. I'm terrified of motorcycles personally, and I tell him I don't want him to die, and if he wants to ride something fast, to just buy a sports car. But he's hell bent on riding motorcycles. So that's Brandon. I'll keep you posted. But he did get that. There's the Naked and Famous Denim truck that is almost complete. If you watch the fall winter 20, sorry, not the fall, but the 2020 year in review video, we showed off a little bit of the Naked and Famous Denim truck that is being customized. So that's coming out soon. But we should have a Naked and Famous Denim Ferrari, right? If you guys think so, leave a comment in the comment section below so I can tell Brandon that the fans, everyone wants Brandon to drive around in a Ferrari. I do. I want him. I think deep down he wants one, but I mean they're a gajillion dollars, so I don't think he's going to spend that kind of money doing it. But let's see if we can. You know what it's like? It's like when you're out shopping with your buddies, and you all kind of and you're all into the same thing, and you just encourage each other to buy. I don't know if I've definitely been there. Me and my friends, and when we're out shopping, it's like, oh, just get it. Yeah. Oh yeah, it looks great on you. Oh, that you definitely need to get that. Or you're buying movies, and it's like, oh, do we need this one? We need. Oh, the price is fine. Just get it. And so I think I'm like that for Brandon. I'm like, yeah, just get it. Just get one. So we'll see. All right. He said milk denim will smell like milk. The milk denim will not smell like milk. Any banner jacket news? Yes. The banners, I think, are ready to ship. So we will have a new shipment of banners soon. And once we have them, I will pull some stock aside so that we can actually get those banner jackets made for you. And that's going to be a custom order. So we'll collect orders for a certain amount of time, and then we'll go into production with them. So that's not going to be a regular stocked item. That is going to be pre-order only. What am I talking about now? I don't even know. I just talk about, I just ramble on. Bezed, will you sign my leather patch? If I see you in person, I will definitely sign your leather patch. I've signed, I maybe, I don't know if I've talked about this. I've definitely mentioned it before. I don't know when and where, but, we do these events in Thailand called the Denim Carnival. And It's a fantastic denim event. It's huge. It's huge. We do these denim events in stores, and we might get a crowd similar to what tunes into the live stream, maybe 30, 40, 50 people to come out to an event, and it's great. But the Pronto Denim Carnival brings thousands of people out to this giant denim event in Thailand. It's a one-day only event, and Pronto Denim, which is the best denim store in Thailand, and they bring all their best brands out there, and we do it's basically a giant carnival. There's games, there's all of us, different brands. We have our own little booth. We have custom special edition product, and there's games and drinks and food, and it's just it's fantastic. It's an outdoor denim event. And all the fans get to come out and meet all the brands. And we spend like half the day just signing people's jeans. So people come, and it's interesting because, rock stars, they get to sign, girls' boobs and stuff like that. But as denim guys, you get these guys, and, the part of it is the language barrier, of course. But, you'll get these guys who will come to your booth, and they're not really saying anything because we can't communicate because we're not speaking the same language. But they just kind of put their butt out to you, and they're like, "Can you just sign my patch?" And so you get a lot of guys who just come up to you at this event, and they just bend over and they're like, "Sign my patch." So I've signed a lot of dudes' butts, but that's what happens when you're in the denim game. You sign guys' butts, and you're not at that rock star level. Okay. Hello from Germany. I love my green tea denim. The fades are fantastic. That is great to hear. I was going to say fantastic. Fantastisch. I don't know if that's really German or not. But thank you. And post some fade photos of the green tea. I'd love to see your progress. Studio Ghibli has so many light blues that would fit the palette. Studio Ghibli would be a fun collaboration. There's a lot to work with there. I think, Totoro is certainly Totoro. That would be the one. I mean, there's a lot to work with there, but I mean, Totoro, I think, is the most famous Studio Ghibli movie. Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong.
It's not most watched, I don't think.
No?
It's one of those later ones, like Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah,
or
Kiki.
Spirited
Away, Kiki's Delivery Service. Kiki's
not that, like...
I like...
That. Yeah, I like it too, but it's like as old as Totoro.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a little bit newer.
Right.
Yeah.
Grave of the Fireflies. That is...
No.
That is the most depressing movie I've ever watched in my whole entire life. I've literally never cried at a movie before, and I bought I'm not spoiling it, but I bawled. I just broke down at the end of that movie, and I just cried, and I couldn't believe how amazing that movie was, and how I'm never ever going to watch that movie again. I will never watch that movie again because it is just too heavy. But yeah. Oh, I don't even like thinking about it. That is the. I don't think a movie ever affected me in such a way as Grave of the Fireflies.
It's so weird because we grew up watching it as a kid.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine watching it as a child.
So what?
I would have never put my child through that.
When did you watch it? Like, did they play it in school or something, or? No,
we had a video VHS.
Okay.
At home.
Uh-huh.
I watched it more than one time.
Uh-huh.
I probably watched it, I don't know if I was in kindergarten or maybe early elementary school, but that's when I used to watch a lot of VHS at home. So.
But most Japanese children have seen that movie?
I think so, yeah. It was on TV, Friday movie theater kind of thing at the time too.
Okay.
But yeah, oh God.
Very depressing story.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, it's World War II Japan, and basically it's from the perspective of a boy and his sister who are orphaned. and
They're very little too.
they're very young. Like, you know, the boy is maybe, you know, 10, 11, 12 years old, and the little girl is just a child, like 2 or 3, 4, 5 years old. So it's very, very. Oh, that's that one. Oh, I will never make a gene of that ever. Oh my god. Of all the scary and all the stuff I watch, nothing that is the most. It messed me up, that movie. Anyways, let's move on. How much can blue core, purple core shrink with a hot soak? Probably not much. In fact, I think any shrink you're going to get out of a hot soak is just going to stretch out with a couple of hours of wear. Any news on the turmeric dye denim? Yes, there is news, and then the news is I have them here. So I'm going to show you guys the turmeric. That's going to be a highlight for today. Let me see what else. I'm going to show you the dynamic duo, because that one's coming out this Friday. And let's see what else we've got here to show off. I've got a little bit of everything here. I think that's a pretty good amount of story time stuff. So, I'm just going to scroll to the bottom. Wow, there's a lot of questions here that I definitely missed. Hold on, let me go through some of them, see if there's a... Hi, Risa. Miss you guys. Wish we were in New York eating the best food together. Yes, I mean, I miss you guys too. There's a lot of... This time of year for us is like heavy travel season where we're seeing a lot of our retail partners, our friends, and we're hanging out, and we're just... You know, we all miss each other. I know we do. And I hope that we get to see each other soon. Actually, next week, I'm going to be doing a co-live stream with the great people at Denali in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. They're going to be doing a denim, like a denim talk. John over there, great, you know, one of the best denim guys out there in the world. And we're going to be doing a co-live stream on their channel, and then I'll get into our stream. So it's going to be if you like watching me, tune in to Denali. Then you can tune in over here. It's going to be probably 3 hours of Bezad talking about jeans. So if you like me talking about jeans, it's definitely going to be your day. All right. Searching for Grave of the Fireflies now. Friday Night Heartstrings. Yeah, tell me what you think about it after. That's a heavy movie. Do we own it? We own a lot of Ghibli movies. I don't know if we own that one.
I think you refused to buy it.
Did I?
I'm not sure.
See if we own it or not. I'll show you guys them. I've definitely owned a couple of movies that I know I'm never gonna watch. Like, you know, there's other depressing movies like Kids and what's that? Requiem for a Dream. Those are those are not movies that are just fun to watch. You kind of watch them and you're like, oh. But I think they're important movies to watch. LOL, me too. I cried at the end of Grave of the Fireflies. It was so powerful.
Don't cry.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna offend anyone here, but if you don't cry, I don't think you get it.
Yeah, it's a very deep.
It's a
very tragic. In fact, there's a candy from that movie that they eat, and I can't even look at that can of candy anymore. I won't even buy that. Like, before I watched that movie, you come to Japan and there's this like really old school candy, and I would buy it every now and then. I really like the packaging and things like that. And now I can't even buy it. I can't even look at it. In fact, for those of you who watched the movie or have watched the movie, or are going to watch the movie, they make that candy still, and sometimes you can buy it with the little girl character on the can. And I'm just like, I cannot do this. I don't know why anyone would buy it with her on the can. It's just such a painful reminder. Watch that movie and try not to cry. Make sure to bring the jeans you want signed with another on your legs. Make sure you bring the jeans you want signed with another on your legs. Maybe I missed something. Question, Bezad. First Naked and Famous denim I bought was a Slim Guy, 2016. Since then, I bought Weird Guy, but I'm looking to go back to a looser fit. How does the Easy Guy fit compare to Slim Guy? Slim Guy was not the slimmest jean in the world. Easy Guy is what I'm wearing right now. So it's a little bit more room in the thigh, and then you've got a tapered leg. What I like about this is the room in the thigh here. You wouldn't get this much room in the Slim Guy. I would say that as far as like comparing them, they're not very similar at all. But in the Slim Guy, it was a little bit slimmer than this in the leg, and then it was practically straight all the way down. So you had a much wider leg opening. Here the leg opening is pretty small. Mine are hemmed and they're cuffed up, so they're not as small as you know, if they weren't hemmed. So I brought them up a little bit, but they're not particularly similar at all. So if you are looking for that straighter leg fit, I would say Weird Guy is probably closer to what the Slim Guy was. Because the leg opening is a little bit wider. But if you're just looking for something to be comfortable in, the Easy Guy is the way to go. Now, I've seen people get the Easy Guy and they size them down so that they're not as loose on the thigh. So maybe it might be an athletic built person who wants a skinnier leg jean. They get the Easy Guy, you know, the leg. The thigh area will accommodate that larger thigh that they may have, and then it tapers down, so they have that small leg opening at the bottom. So it's a great slim fitting jean on a larger build, and a looser fitting jean on a slimmer build. Okay. You can sign my man chest. Okay, if you want, I'll do it. No problem. I miss you showing us things. Okay, we're gonna start showing you things. It's been a while, so I've been talking a lot. You guys go crazy. Let me see some jeans. Let's see some jeans. Okay, let's start off with the new Elephant denim. So this is the Elephant denim for fall winter 21. What did we called this the Elephant? You know, I had an idea about the name of this again. So we're calling this the Elephant 1 Remastered, which this is what this is. This is, you know, we were going for Elephant 10, and we thought, okay, 10-year anniversary, let's bring back the one that started it all. So 19-ounce, dark indigo warp, contrast stitch. The original Elephant 1 had a tonal thread. And, you know, it being the 10-year anniversary, they call it the diamond anniversary. So we wanted to have kind of a diamond kind of theme going on here. So we have this kind of shiny, metallic, sparkly. It's not that sparkly, but, you know, it kind of has that, you know, sparkle, in the Selvage ID. And then we went with gray weft to kind of match that, you know, silver kind of brilliant sheen, although this is not shiny at all. It's just a gray weft. But so you have this dark indigo warp with a gray weft with that sheen on the Selvage ID. You can kind of see it there, much more metallic looking now. And then we have the silver hardware. But maybe it might be a cool idea to call this the Elephant X. So it's the 10. But it's not the 10 like the iPhone X. That could be, you know, something. Anyways, we can finalize the name of this jean in the next couple of days. But this is the new Elephant denim, 19-ounce, based off of the original Elephant denim, the one that started it all. And we're gonna have some great details here, like the silver hardware. It's kind of hard to focus in on that, but you can see it now. And the button looks really nice here as well. gray weft, metallic selvage ID. I think that's a really nice detail here as well. And on the back, you've got that natural vegetable tan leather as well. So very thick. Get a close look at that denim. So that's the new heavyweight option for the fall-winter 21 season. Next, let's take a look at the Dynamic Duo denim. So this is coming out next week. Batman and Robin. This is if you've ever watched the series, this is basically created after the intro. So if you've the opening intro sequence, so you've got the animated versions of Batman and Robin here, running towards the screen, running towards justice. 12-ounce Japanese stretch selvage denim. So 2% stretch in this denim. Dark indigo to match Batman's indigo, and then gray to match Batman's gray. So this is the color-wise. It's based off of Batman's color palette. We've got Batman's chest symbol embroidery here on the back pocket, so matches Batman's embroidery there. On the back leather patch, we've got Batman and Robin here in this vintage comic book style. I think this is my favorite of all the leather patches. This is so well made. The details are really nice here. Get a real close look at that. So that's a really fantastic leather patch. And the button, all the Batman jeans have a custom waist button. So this is the Bat Signal from the original 1966 live action series. So we've got the custom button here as well. On the inside, the dual branded logo. For the 1966 series, we have the original Batman logo here as well. So this is the only jean that you'll get with this logo in it. And this is my favorite part of the denim. So you've got that classic dark indigo denim look. You've got the gray weft. You can see that coming through on the fabric. So it's a nice dark tone denim. You've got that tonal stitching here as well. And then you've got the selvage ID, which this is awesome. So if you are familiar with the series, you'll know that at every fight sequence, all the violence is kind of you've got these action sounds that play on the screen. Zap, biff, pop, zlonk. This is just a lot of retro fun. So if you're not familiar, I don't know how old everybody is. I watched that show every day after school as a kid. It was in reruns when I was a kid, but it was on every day. And we'd come home from school and we'd watch Batman, and that theme song. I wish I could use a lot of these assets in our marketing, but that's like a whole separate, division. It's just hard to get rights for all this stuff. So I encourage you to go to YouTube and look up the original series. If you've never watched it before, I'm sure you can find a lot of clips there. The theme song, the music, everything is just a lot of fun. It's a very campy version of Batman. It's not, the Dark Knight that we know and love today. It is a very fun program for young people of that era. It's not a dark, it's not the Dark Knight. It's Adam West, and he plays just a great Batman. A lot of fun. It's if you think classic, superhero. No, I wouldn't say G-rated, but it has this wholesomeness to it that I really like. And the characters, the costumes, absolutely great, iconic. So I'm really excited for this release. I mean, they're all of the releases in this collection have been so good. Joker next. That one that's the one I think most people are excited for. I mean, Joker is so popular. I mean, is he the first like villain that became, you know, can we think of who's a bigger villain that people love, that people just absolutely kind of root for? I don't know if there's a bigger one than the Joker. So there's a lot of love for a character like that. Where's that Batman Begins denim? There isn't one. There will be no secret release in the Batman series. I can tell you that right now. Naked and Famous in Star Wars. That would be a dream. I would love to make that dream come true. Damn, that patch is so sick on the dynamic duo. I agree. I think this is the best patch of the collection. I think this is the best one. They're all good, but I think this is the best one. Okay, next, let's take a look at the turmeric denim. I've shown this off in some previous streams, but I know not everybody sees every stream, so we're gonna take a look at it again. So the turmeric denim. This is another fall winter 21 preview. Take a look at the denim. It's on my screen. It looks a little bit lighter than what it should be. Old school Chris in the house. We've got a dark tone denim. You can take a closer look at it. It's hard to see here, and you can see this warm tone coming through the fabric, and that's because on the inside, we've got this great yellowish, natural turmeric dye denim. It's again, it's a little bit more washed out looking on my screen than it is in real life. It's much more yellow. I wonder if that will help the contrast a little bit. Anyways, it's a little bit more orangey yellow. I would say that in real life, it looks a little bit closer to that color. I'm not really sure why it's not coming out here, but my camera's not picking it up the right way. But it's got a really, really nice warm tone on the inside. And for production, you see everything's a little overexposed here. Oh, that looks about right now. It's looking a little bit better, but for production, see, you can't even see the selvage ID here. It's like very faint pink. But for production, that's going to be, it's going to match the weft here. So it'll have a turmeric colored selvage ID line. But yeah, that is our turmeric denim. That's coming this fall. More natural dyes. I love these warm toned denims. I think it gives the fabric a lot of character, especially for the fall when we're wearing a lot of these warmer color tones. It really matches in and makes your wardrobing a lot nicer and easier. And you've got this suede leather patch to match. So if you've got, dark brown boots, red boots, that kind of stuff, it's going to look really nice with these jeans. So that is the turmeric denim. Whisper denim, dude. I have them, but I don't have them around. They're in a box somewhere. I'm just gonna not pull them out today, but I will have I'll show the Whisper denim off again sooner than later. Just joined. Did you show off the MIJ9? Again, I have not. I can show that off in just a minute. I have turmeric powder on my jeans just from working in an Indian restaurant. Turmeric is an incredible dye. I mean, it's kind of like, it kind of gets over everything. And if you're not careful, you're gonna accidentally turmeric dye yourself. But we made the turmeric jeans for you. Okay, so we have this. I don't know if I've shown this off yet. I don't know if we have the perfect name for these yet, but we are working on the naming structure of this jean. But it is this kind of wintry gray denim. The stitching is coming off a little bit green on my phone. I don't know if the way you're seeing it, but it's definitely more gray. It seems that it's making this, from my perspective, the color is coming off a little bit warm on this denim, but it's a little bit more steely colored than it is being shown here on the camera. But you can see it's got this great gradient tone. It's using a melange yarn, so you have a lot of different grays and whites throughout the fabric. It's got this great texture and this streakiness to it, so it's not a flat denim at all. And got this great white selvage ID here. So a nice dark indigo denim alternative, a winter gray selvage denim. Denim nerd question. What info, if any, can be gleaned from the codes on the white tags inside the Naked and Famous jeans? Well, let's go over them. So on all of our jeans, this is the information that you'll find. So fit, style. So everything's in French and English, just because we're in Canada and everything needs to be in French and English. So fit/style. So style is fit in French. So you have your weird guy, you have your style number. So your style number is comprised of like 1, that means it's like a menswear item. Then it's like some fabric information for us internally, or like our fabric style number. So you'll notice that like this 3 numbers in here, like if you got this jean in a super guy, the 101, that's going to be the men's, and then the 3 numbers in the middle indicate the fabric, and then the 3 numbers at the end indicate the fit. So the weird guy always ends in 3, super guy ends in 0, easy guy ends in 6. So the last 3 numbers indicate your fit. The fabric, so that's our fabric name. Right now, since this is just a sample, it just kind of has a generic name, Heather Gray Selvage. Your fabric composition, size, name, lot number, so that's just our internal lot number. These are for imports and things like that. Those are like import numbers. And then there's usually also another tag inside here. This is just a sample, but it'll have the wash instructions and things like that. So there's not a lot, like there's no secrets here. For example, like if you unfortunately ever get a defective jean, and you'll send us an email saying, hey, I got a jean and, I got X, Y, and Z problem. So maybe a rivet popped off. You just got the jean, it's brand new, and the rivets came off. So you'll send us an email and say, hey, I just got this jean, and the rivet popped off. And we'll say, okay, no problem. Can you send me a picture of it? And then usually we'll ask you for a picture of the tag so that we can see the lot number. That way we can record if there's any more issues happening with that lot. And if there is, then we know that there's a production issue. Because if a lot of the same problem is happening on that particular lot, then we know that is a common issue with that lot. But it might have just been a one-off. So, sometimes there are one-off issues. So we can, keep track of things that way. Watching this made me want to pull out my glow-in-the-darks and red cores from the closet. Absolutely. And you know what? Even if you're not going to, wear them right away, post some photos online, because I know a lot of people want to see those jeans. The red cores especially, that was one of people's fan favorite color core denim fading jeans. And the glow in the darks, I mean, that's always been a fan favorite. We've reissued that a couple of times, most recently with the Ghostbusters, Slimer glow in the dark denim. So I mean, what a perfect combination of Ghostbusters and glow in the dark jeans. I think that was a real fun one. Why do you guys make some jeans with 2% stretch and some without? Because some people. Some fabrics warrant it more than others. it's just a variety thing. Not everybody wants to wear 100% cotton. Not everybody wants to wear stretch. So we try to have something for everybody. We're not of the opinion. And here's actually one thing. Now I'm going to get into like the industry. I remember when we started Naked and Famous, and we'd be at a trade show, or we'd be at an event, and we would catch flack from like the cathedral, so to speak. The raw denim gatekeepers, and they're like, oh yeah, you make some cool stuff, but why are you using stretch? That's not vintage. And I'm like, because we're not a vintage, that's not our aim. We're not a repro brand. Our aim isn't to make copies of old jeans. That's not what we do. So, we want to make raw denim as inclusive for everybody as possible. And that means sometimes making things that, that are inspired by raw, denim history. But we're not making repros. Like, we are making new fabrics using knowledge and history. So we've always put stretch in our collection, and we've been able to grow the number of people who can get into raw denim, because let's face it, some people get into raw denim, they get this crunchy, rigid fabric, they wear them for 2 days, 3 days, a couple days, they're like, forget it, I don't want to wear these. And then those jeans get, forgotten about. But if you can get someone into raw denim who's comfortable with them right away, well, now we've got a raw denim fan, and maybe we can convert them into 100% cotton if they want to go down that road, or not. Maybe they just want to enjoy having a pair of jeans that's comfortable to wear and they can fade them. So we've been able to do that. I think we've been very successful at doing that. And there's nothing more. I love seeing other brands. The brands that kind of gave us shit, and I love seeing them make stretch jeans now. The number of people, and you know what I think is, sorry, again, I'm a little annoyed by this. When I go in the forums and, the same people who would give you kind of flack, they use stretch and this and that. And now to see their brands, the brands that these people they hold up to, like, they put on a pedestal, and like they're using stretch jeans, they're making washed jeans. The number of like raw denim brands that I see doing like quote unquote non-raw denim things, and I'm like, where's the pushback? Where's the pushback on them? Oh, there isn't any pushback on them because I don't know, they just wanted to find a reason to hate on us because we weren't this, that, and the other thing. So I do enjoy it a lot. And I also find it fascinating. I find it really fascinating when these brands who also used to criticize us for making skinny jeans, they're like, we don't make skinny jeans, all making skinny jeans now. And it's like, oh, yeah, weird. It's so weird that when we were making skinny jeans, it was an abomination, and now you do it. It's not an abomination anymore. It's making what customers like. Yeah. So when we did it, it was a problem for you guys. Not that I cared what they thought, but I did find it weird how many people would claim to kind of be like these lovers of denim and lovers of fabric, and then at the same time just like be so, have their nose so up in the air about certain types of fabrics and fits and things like that, saying that that's not real denim. That's not. I'm like, what do you know about what's real? If you're a lover of fabric, even if it's not for you, you can still see the appreciation. You can still appreciate what makes that fabric special. I would hear like the Kasuri denim, for example. I know some people don't like lighter blue tones. They prefer dark indigo, but they love denim. So they'll make a comment and they'll say like, man, I really love the way this looks. Not for me, but this is a really beautiful fabric. And that's the kind of that's the kind of attitude I always try to promote. Like, even if it's not for you, even if it's a shirt that you don't, you don't like that pattern, you don't like the way the color came out, the dye, the texture, whatever. Even if it's not for you, you can still appreciate what makes that so special. So I'm not gonna shit on a fabric just because I don't like stretch. But I will shit on people's dumb opinions on what makes raw denim real and authentic. I just want to go into another thing, and I thought that this was really fascinating. You know, there's this idea of like superior construction, and when you think back to what denim was, and that the thing that a lot of brands are trying to like quote unquote reproduce. So if you've ever held a pair of old jeans, really old jeans, you know the quality of construction was quote unquote not great, and so the idea that, when you do a repro, some repro brands do it properly, and they purposefully use methods that will make a quote unquote poor quality garment. And that is technically the correct way to make a repro. And then I see brands who like, they wave the banner of repro, and they are absolutely not doing that. You're in like bespoke garment land construction. And then I'm like, okay, fine, but don't call yourself a repro brand, because you're not. You're on a different level of construction, and whether or not it is better or not, it might look cleaner, but I mean, those guys were down in the mines wearing these jeans, and they suited them. And so, let's put it to you this way. It's kind of like the work boot kind of world where, there's all these expensive work boots out there that I'm sure a lot of you guys enjoy too. I mean, raw denim and leather boots are kind of there's a lot of crossover with that. And here we are buying all these really, really super high quality, construction things. I'm like, none of us are ever going to ever do any kind of manual labor like that. So, I do find it odd that there is a weird, like, level of, I'm in the absolute superior top 1% of construction quality of jeans, and quote unquote a repro brand, when those two things they shouldn't converge. Because if you're doing repros, then you're really going to like very, very basic construction levels. And even that, the basic construction level is still gonna hold up. So I don't know what they're selling you other than very, very clean stitching, which is nice. I'm not going to shit on that. I think nice construction. I think we do great construction. Are we the top 1%? No, I think that there are people who are going to focus a lot more on that. You're going to pay for it as well. Our construction level is at the point where it's very, very good. And, it's also at a price point that is affordable. So, you got to converge all those things. You can't have, S tier, top tier everything and expect to get, a product out at an affordable price. There's a reason why some other products out there are in space when it comes to the price point, but are you getting your value from that? I think that's questionable. Anyways, show us some more denim, please. All right, somebody's sick of my ranting. The recycled one, I absolutely love the look of, but I'm unsure of it for me. I can see it in person and I might try it. I can wait to see if people are showing them off more. I can't wait to see people showing them off more. That's right. Look, as with everything, just because it may or may not be for you doesn't mean that, they're horrendous or an abomination or anything like that. That's one of my favorite rants, by the way. I just love doing it. Some people are asking me about what maybe opinions on. I'm not going to name other brands. I'm not going to name names. You guys can figure it out. I got a pair of the Kasuris. Definitely the nicest pair of blue jeans I have. I'm glad you enjoy them. Okay. Being ahead of the curve means being misunderstood. Yeah, I think so. I think we laid the groundwork for a lot of what is more acceptable in the raw denim world. And you're definitely seeing that reflected elsewhere. So where are the critics? Come in, tell. So where are the critics? I'm not sure. What is that striped thing on the rack? It is a kimono. Is it a kimono? If not, you should see that fabric. Wait, what? What is the striped thing on the rack? Is it a kimono? If not, you should use that fabric and make one. Striped thing on the rack? Let's take a look at the rack. What striped thing? This? I showed this one off last week. This is one of our winter flannels. Oh, junk thread over there. Get rid of that. So this is coming for fall winter 21. There are a couple of these like really thick brushed nep flannels. So nepped stripe flannel. Look at all these different flecks, different colors throughout this fabric. It is absolutely gorgeous. And then you've got, if you want something a little more toned down, we've got it in the gray here. We've got a blue version of it in here, and you can see a lot of different color variation in this fabric. Check that out. And then we've got the blue version of the stripe as well. So very, very clean shirts for the fall. There's a lot of great fabrications here. You guys are going to see more and more of those details in the coming week. So just keep tuning into these live streams, and you're going to get the inside scoop on everything. Okay. My brother-in-law used to clown me for wearing crunchy, stiff jeans, but he became a raw denim head after I bought him the Harley Quinn. He loves the lighter stretch nature of it. That's right. I mean, stretch denim is going to get a lot of people into this world. They're crunchy for a bit, but they also move with you. It is really a great balance. I've worn both. I love both. I'm not I'm not a binary thinker in that respect where it's like I can only like one and not the other. You can like them all. You can like both. I've been waiting months for a picture of some faded black cobras. Someone on Reddit said they sent some to you. I don't know if that happened. But I can look around. I will ask the community for if they have some faded photos of black cobras and to share them. Okay. Okay, let's show off a few more jeans here. Release dates for the spring summer 21 Aloha shirts. I'm still waiting on that production schedule from my production manager. Sooner than later. I think everything should be in before the end of the month, but for some reason I'm kind of in the dark on that one. Sorry if you've been asked. Lord of Nep, King of Slubs, 2021 or 2022? 2021. Okay, let's take a look at MIJ9. So this is essentially a natural indigo version of the Kasuri fabric. So if you wanted a beefed up, unsanforized edition of that Kasuri, you've got it right here. Look at that color. It is absolutely incredible. From far, it's just kind of going to look like a dark indigo denim. And then you get close and you see what makes that color the color. So you see a lot of different variation throughout the fabric. James Dant in the house. So this is MIJ9 preview. James, Tommy, you're gonna see this soon. Blue selvage line for MIJ9, please. We still can finalize that. So that hasn't been finalized. I was gonna do just all white, just because I just kind of like all white selvage IDs. But maybe this one, blue one, would be nice. We'll see. This hasn't been determined yet. What comes after purple core for color core? TBD. I haven't determined that yet. We're still working on spring summer 22 ideas. Can't wait for the video chats. Tommy, we've had a couple of people in here today comment about the leather. I guess you posted a leather patch. I didn't see that yet, but people were very excited for it. They want to know more, and they were asking me, and I said, you got to ask the good folks over at James Dant for all that release information. So I know people are excited for that one. I'm excited for that one. That's going to be a very fun release. I haven't talked about it at all. They brought it up. I didn't give away much. I didn't give away anything. In fact, all I said was the leather patch. I haven't even seen the photo or the sample. I just know from the graphic design what it looks like. So I'm eager to see what you posted. Amir says hello, Amir. I'm honestly leaning towards stretch these days. Still raw and typically selvage, but I really can move a lot better with some stretch. For looser pairs, I'd go without it though. Yeah, a skinny pair with stretch makes a big difference. And I also think, since a lot of us are working from home now, a looser pair or a stretch pair is going to be the pair you want to wear when you're sitting behind your desk. I'm usually wearing these all day, so I mean, regardless, I've always been wearing whether I'm in the office or I'm here at home working. I've been rocking Easy Guy and even strong. Like in 2019, I was wearing a lot of Strong Guy. But yeah, man, come on over to Comfort Town. It's a great place to be. Okay. They've got natural seed, which is all white. Yeah, we do have a natural seed denim. That's true. In my country, it's 95 stretch and some 5% for rigid. And I don't know if I should say that it's the death of authentic denim. I don't know what you mean by authentic denim. You're gonna have to make that argument. I've torn that argument apart 1,000 different ways. But if you want to try to make an argument for that, go ahead. But I can assure you that argument of what authentic denim is doesn't hold up at all. But you go ahead and try. I'm listening and ready to come back at you with some answers and maybe change your mind. Left Hand Twill, Toxie, MIG7, and Okayama Spirit 4 are my work from home rotation. That's a great collection right there. I'm rocking solid black selvage all day, every day. I really want to have a nice destroyed, beat up pair of black jeans. So this is my project pair. This is my Indigo Invitational pair, and I want to put more and more wear into these. So I mean, I when I was in Canada, we're in the warehouse a lot, and moving and getting your hands dirty is it's a great way to get your jeans faded, and not being able to be there and even traveling has stunted, I think, the growth, the progression of these jeans a little bit, but we're gonna get there. Wow, we're almost at 2 hours here. Thanks for everybody who's tuned in since the beginning and hanging out. I appreciate it. Funny enough, authentic denim seems like the sort of thing cheap Kmart jeans would have. Funny enough, authentic denim seems like the sort of thing cheap Kmart jeans would have as a feature. I don't know. I think a lot of brands use the term authentic, and I think a lot of brands and a lot of people confuse the word authentic with 100% cotton. And okay, is that all that it takes to make an authentic denim? Just it's 100% cotton, wide width versus selvage. What about weights? What weight is an authentic weight? Are we are we are we gonna go say, okay, well, vintage jeans, old jeans, that if you make it like that, it's authentic. Okay, well then all the heavyweight denim that comes out now, none of that is authentic then, because they never made denim like that in the olden days. Heavyweight denim is a modern creation. It's a modern creation. So if you're willing to say that stretch is not authentic, then you have to throw heavyweight denim out too, because that's not authentic. That's not real. That wasn't real back then. It didn't exist. And I will go, there are jeans that were using, there were blended jeans back in the day as well. So, polyester, PU blends, those happened. Are those authentic? But it also goes back to like, how far back are you looking back to consider something to be authentic? When does authentic start? When does it end? I don't know. It's just a weird thing. And you know what I think it is? I think it's just a gatekeeping term. It's a term that a lot of people were just told, this is authentic denim because it's made this way, the old school way. Okay, fine. It's made the old school way, the old school color. But there's a lot that goes into that as well. And it's not just one thing or another that makes something quote unquote authentic. To me, everything is authentic. Absolutely every fabric, denim fabric that has been made from 100% cotton, 8-ounce denim, all the way up to 40-ounce denim, to 2%, 2%, to super stretchy denim. That is all part of denim history. It's all authentic, and you cannot, separate that. If we're gonna look at denim as a whole, it is all part of our history. And if we're denim lovers, whether or not it's something for us, we have to accept that this is part of denim history. And what we're living right now is the future's vintage. So, I was talking about owning True Religion jeans back in the day. I wore them. And in when we look at the history books of the future, when they talk about denim, that's going to be in there. That's going to be part of our collective denim history. And as I'm a lover of all things denim, I accept it, and I can appreciate it for what it is. As much as True Religion isn't my taste now, it was my taste at a time. I went through that. I think a lot of us went through, flashy jeans because that's what was, I don't know, quote unquote cool. I liked it. Other people liked it. I thought I looked good. And then I realized I didn't look as good as I thought, or maybe I wanted to look a little bit different. But regardless, let's appreciate jeans for what they are, for the time that they were made, and not be so judgmental about each other in our taste of jeans. Calling something inauthentic is I think it's a 4-letter word in the raw denim community. Even if you like raw denim, you can still appreciate a good wash denim. I see a lot of quote unquote authentic raw denim companies doing washes now, and nobody's giving them crap. And nobody should. But to be fair, it's the same people who would give us crap for stretch denim, who aren't saying a peep to the other brands that are making wash jeans. So, if you want to be truthful and just say you don't like us, then just say that. I would much rather somebody just say that and I don't even need justification. Sometimes you don't need a reason to dislike somebody. You could just dislike them or a brand or whatever. Fine. But if you're going to try and argue it, like with a justification, you better be really justified in your opinion of that. And to say that something isn't authentic enough for you, that I will argue you on in a friendly way. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be disrespectful or anything like that. But I will argue your points, and we can have a friendly debate. And I think I will win you over. Antique, Rockin' Republic, some of my favorite jeans during that period. Dude, I sold all that stuff, man. I was Antique Denim, Taverniti Denim, Rockin' Republic. What else were we selling? Seven for All Mankind, Citizens of Humanity. Like, dude, I was there at the height of all that stuff. I was part of it. I was selling it all day long. And, you know what? As much as it's not all that, I would say, the brands like Seven and Citizens, like, they're still around, and, they make a great product for their customer base. I'm never going to rip on them. But like even, fancy pocket jeans that were very popular during the time. That was a big selling feature, fancy pockets. And, they were what they were. I mean, I'm not going to wear, it's not for me to wear. I like things a little bit more simple, but when we were living at a time where things weren't so simple and embellishments and all that stuff was really hot, I was caught up in that, and I'm not gonna be ashamed of it. I wore them, I enjoyed them. I think a lot of people did, and you shouldn't be. And we're allowed to have our tastes are allowed to evolve over time. But I'm not gonna call any of those brands inauthentic, because they are part of denim history. Whether you like it or not, they were there, and they certainly were very important in the grand scheme of denim history. When you think about how big and how influential those brands got, every magazine, every celebrity, every fashion trend was denim at that time. Everything. Everybody was wearing jeans. What a cool world. You see a lot of sweatpants and jeggings and things now. Nobody was wearing leggings. Everyone was wearing jeans. What a great world that is. I don't care that, it may not be your taste, but the whole world was wearing jeans. Jeans was on top of the world. Great time. That was a great time for denim. I think folks in my hometown are still rocking bedazzled back pocket jeans. News hasn't hit that way yet. Yeah, I also think a lot of people, they hit a certain stride in their life, and that's their style the rest of their life. You know what? And that's what happened. Maybe it's not a matter of they didn't get the phone call or not. Maybe at that point in time, a lot of people were growing up and they're like, this is what looks good on me. And that's the style I'm gonna wear. And people are creatures of habit. You find something you like, you stick to it. So for a lot of us, we found raw denim, we stuck to it, and we're probably more than likely gonna stick to this the rest of our lives. I mean, I don't know how many of us are gonna go back to bedazzled jeans. Maybe here and there you might get one, but that's okay. These are some great insights. Well, I appreciate you guys listening. I do get ranty from time to time. I just want the world to wear jeans. I just want the world to wear jeans. That's it. All right. So we've been talking a lot about jeans today. We've been talking about culture of denim and all that stuff. And I think we're going to wind things down. Last week, I promised you guys something. Let me see what Risa's working on first. No, Risa's doing some stitching. She's got her chain stitch machine. She's working on stuff.
Good day.
She's disappointed in herself, but I think she's harder on herself than she needs to be. She's very good at her embroidery. Raw denim for life. I could never go back. Well, neither can I, and I appreciate you being on our team. I'm hooked now. Naked and Famous has their hooks in me. I think also as men, we tend to find the things that we like. I'm not, for those of you who are men out there, I'm sure there's people who are ladies and stuff. So, guys in particular, I'm going to say. Even girls too. Everybody. I think there comes a point where we just become very brand and become very loyal to certain things, you know. And once you find the thing you like, especially as an adult, you just stick to it. You know, I'm very loyal to certain brands. Like cameras, I all of my digital cameras except for my very, very first digital camera, which was a Fuji camera back in like the mid 90s. I bought my first quote unquote good digital camera, and it was a Sony, and I've had all Sonys ever since. I just never leave. I'm comfortable with it. I like it. Don't care what anybody else is making. This is what I want. So it's just that way, you know. There's certain things you like, you stick to it, and that's it. Do you think knits and loungewear is going to take over denim? No, I don't think so. I think a lot of us can walk and chew gum at the same time. Sometimes you want to have a good sweatpant, loungewear, and things like that. We've got great hoodies. I wear our hoodies every day. But you know, I don't think loungewear is going to take over denim. You're at home. Maybe you want to be even more comfortable, then you put on a pair of sweatpants. No big deal. But your jeans your sweatpants are not going to replace, you know, the jeans that you would wear maybe going to the grocery store, going on a hike, or doing activities. You know, you're still going to wear your jeans for the things that require jeans. You know, comfort is comfort. I get my comfort from wearing loose jeans. Some people get their comfort from wearing sweatpants, and I think sweatpants are great. There's always room for that, but I don't think that it's going to take over anything. I don't think denim is really the most popular. I see more people wearing work pants like Dickies, and designer clothes are huge. Okay, 1 second here. Yeah, I mean, work pants, I think denim and work pants, I think, are very closely related. So yeah, I mean, if you're in the denim world, work pant world, that's kind of the same world, I feel. Help me convince my brother who loves purple to buy the purple cores. He's pretty stingy, but I think he'd love them. The best way, I think, to convince somebody into getting a pair of raw denim is the value proposition. When you've got a pair of raw jeans, I think out of any other garment you'll ever wear, your raw jeans are going to be the ones that you wear the absolute most. And, you know, you might spend, I don't know what people spend on things. I don't, but whatever you spend on a jacket, maybe a jacket you get a lot of wear of, depending on the kind of jacket it is. But if you buy a shirt, certain shirts, you just don't get the same amount of wear as a pair of jeans. You can wear these jeans literally every day. And if you break down your even if you bought another pair of jeans that you don't wear every day, because it's not part of the thing that we're doing here, you know, your per wear cost is going to go up. Maybe you only wear your jeans once a week because you wear other stuff. But once you become a raw denim person, you're wearing your raw jeans every day. So I think that the value proposition there is the best. I firmly believe that was one of the reasons that really got me into raw denim, because I could buy, you know, I remember buying a lot of, you know, t-shirts. I really liked, you know, branded t-shirts, things like that. And, you know, you'd get it and you'd spend kind of a lot of money on them. And you'd wear them every now and then, but you wouldn't wear them a lot. But here you could get, you know, a garment that I could wear every day, and I'm supposed to wear it every day. And no one's going to judge me for wearing it every day. You know, if I started wearing this t-shirt every day, people are going to notice. But nobody cares if you wear the same pair of jeans every day. Nobody's going to say anything. And even if they did, you tell them what you're doing, and it's a fascinating story. You know, if you wear a t-shirt every day, it's going to get stinky after a couple of days. You wear a pair of jeans every day, they don't necessarily get that stinky. I mean, I haven't washed these. I've been wearing these since, when did the Indigo Invitational start? Like October? So I don't think they smell. They're fine. So value proposition, I think, is the best way to convince anybody into a pair of raw jeans. Okay. Risa is tenacious with the chain stitching. Way to go. Risa is always behind that machine. She's working very hard to get very good, and I think she's fantastic, by the way. Where's your sweater? Let me just show the sweater before we get into snack time.
Oh, it's in the cat sweater?
Yeah.
It's in the wash. I didn't wash it yet.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's a little dirty just because it has oil and stuff all over it, just from the stitching, from the machine. So she's gonna wash it, but she did this the other day. Check that out. She stitched all. She did this. Isn't that cool? And check out this fancy yarn that she bought, this like fancy yarn that was like extra puffy. So like that part would be like really, really extra fluffy. But yeah, this is all filled in with chain stitching. All like the black lines here, all the orange. So that's pretty neat, huh? And like, I don't know, how long have we had this machine for, Risa? So Risa got this at the start of January. It's the start of February. She went from having zero experience on this machine to doing that. So, and Risa still thinks she's not good. I think for a month, this is what she was able to achieve in 1 month. She did this in a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, now tell me you're not good at this.
But I'm improving, for sure.
Yeah.
I would not have been able to do this like just even 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I am improving, but I'm just like doing like a simple, cursive letter right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just doesn't look good.
Well, you just learned cursive writing.
Yeah, no, but it's just like I don't know how, like, when the tension is not right, I can't like get it right,
Right.
Like,
You've only been doing this a month. This is a month's work. In 2 months, you're going to be double better than this. So
yeah.
Keep working on it. Okay?
Let's hope.
Okay, so I think it's some pretty crazy progress. I think in no time we're going to be... Risa's going to be an absolute god on this machine. So yesterday, at the end of last week's live stream, we did snack time and we talked about fancy fruit. So Japan here is very good at fancy fruit. Every single luxury department store has a food floor, and you can buy the fanciest cakes and meats and all that kind of stuff, and there's always a fruit section. And yesterday, we went there to go find some white strawberries, and well, we found them. So let's unbox these right here.
Okay.
So check that out. They are a breed of strawberry that is unique to Japan. They grow them in the dark, and so they've I guess selectively breeded strawberries to grow in the dark, and these aren't even the whitest of the white strawberries, but this is what they had. I guess it's just maybe not the right season for them. But you can see that there's like little to no color to these strawberries at all. We didn't even buy the most expensive ones. These were like 16, like around 20 Canadian dollars for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strawberries. But
not even that bad.
Yeah, and they're tiny. They had other ones that were like basically $10 a pop, like $10 per strawberry. They had a little box of grapes, 5 grapes 5 grapes in this little box of grapes is $10. Well, 1,000 yen, so like $12, $13 Canadian. Like, very expensive. There was $300 cherries, basically. A lot of fun stuff. I'm not buying any of that stuff. Not unless we can crowd fund it. But I always wanted to try these strawberries, so let's give this a try. You know what I think would be cool? If we, let's cut one in half. I want to.
Okay.
We'll show these off. So this was my one regret about my trip to Japan. I didn't get to try any of those. Don't worry, you will get a chance. So
the challenge like of this white strawberry making is like, you know how strawberry gets red with sunlight, and that's when you get the sweetness. So when you want to make a white strawberry, they could make a white strawberry, they just couldn't make it sweet like regular strawberry. It's not delicious. So like that, I think like people spend a lot of time figuring out how to make it white and sweet. And I guess this is it's getting a little old, I guess. Yeah, I guess this is their.
The seeds are red, I guess so. Some of them are white looking, but yeah, you got to kind of got a mix here.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just.
This is just gonna give them a quick little rinse here, a rinse-a-roo. Okay, so let's just see how red they are, or white they are, rather.
Yeah.
So I've definitely seen ones that are whiter.
Yeah. Like they have ones that are like actually white.
Like albino white, like all the way.
Yeah, this one's a little pink.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
So let's. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. That's the inside of a white strawberry. Cool. That looks pretty neat. I've never had one of these before, so let's give this a try here. Smells sweet.
That
Smells like
good strawberry.
yeah. Tastes like a good strawberry.
It is a good strawberry. One thing I noticed was like strawberries in America and Canada, they're big and they're like juicy looking, but they never are that.
They're not as flavorful.
Yeah, they're very like watery.
Mm-hmm.
Which I also like, but Japanese strawberries are like smaller and it's like more condensed flavor.
Yeah. These aren't as good as a good red Japanese strawberry.
Yeah.
These are, I would say, on a flavor level of like best strawberry being a 10 and worst strawberry being a 0. These are probably like a 7.2, right? They're an average tasting strawberry.
It's not bad, but it's definitely not the best.
Yeah, that's definitely not the best strawberry. It's a good. If somebody gave it, if that was a red strawberry and I got it, I'd be like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, for something that is like $20 for, it's probably not the best value.
Yeah.
But I mean, I appreciate it.
Yeah. It's neat for what it is. Now I know. Yeah. Would I ever get these again?
Another thing is that strawberries look more delicious when it's red. It's like it's in our like brain that way. So it's like it doesn't even like look like, I don't know. If it was like on a cake, I would not really get excited about that cake.
Yeah, like a juicy red strawberry is the way you want a strawberry to look. I think this is a curiosity. I kind of wonder now what like the $10 individual strawberry would taste like. Am I going to get like 10 out of 10 flavor and white color? Or, I don't know.
I mean, we could definitely explore more and maybe find more, like, you know, the real white one.
Yeah, maybe closer when they're in season for like the perfect whiteness. We'll give that a try. But I think that was a fun little experiment for now. Anyways, I thought those were pretty good. And so that's it. That's the white strawberry. We got it. If you guys want to see us try any other things, let us know. So long as they're in the affordable range, we will definitely do that. You can get a $300 watermelon there. I mean, it's not the weird thing is that like high-end fruit is so abundant here. Like in North America, I would never know where I could go to buy a $10 strawberry. It wouldn't occur to me that would even be a place where you can, like, that there would be a place where we could get that. Whereas here, if you wanted to get a $10 strawberry or a $40 bunch of grapes, everybody knows where you can get that. Like, it's just, they're just everywhere. There is a place where you can do that. So, yeah, square watermelon. Yeah, you can get those here. What if the fruit tastes worse if it gets more expensive? I mean, don't know. I think they very selectively like pick the best of the best of the best. Like,
well, but the thing is, there are brands like strawberries. This one's called Awayuki. There's like the best, like right now the most popular kind is called Amao. It's like a regular red strawberry that is very delicious. Like we all know the brands of fruits that taste good, and those are like more expensive than non-brand ones, but at the same time it's not like they sell at grocery stores,
right?
And then the ones that they sell at department stores that are ridiculously expensive, sometimes they're just for show. Nobody's expecting you to eat it because it's a gift fruit.
Mm-hmm.
So it might not be as like actually tasty as branded ones, but they just look perfect.
Right. Yeah, so I guess they like you'll get a box of like 12 of the most perfect strawberries you've ever seen. Like redness color perfect. Like the stem is green and perfect. Like not even a scratch on the leaf. It's pretty nuts. The purple grapes also should do more bottled drinks like teas. Yeah, I would agree. You know what? I want to try one more thing. This live stream's going long. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Because I got this the other day, and I thought this was definitely worth trying. So, the weird thing, there's so many like classic North American products in Japan that just have the Japanese spin, and there's a premium everything. It doesn't matter what it is. There's always a product. There's always a version of a product for that. So here we have the premium Premier Canada Dry Ginger Ale. So I thought this was kind of neat, and you can see here that it's like got all this ginger at the bottom, so maybe that's real ginger. I'm not sure what it says on the packaging.
Yeah, it says grated ginger.
So it's got real ginger in the ginger ale. So you're supposed to like, I guess, mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's give this a shot. I would like to try this.
Okay.
So yes,
that it's not gonna
explode on us.
Yep.
There we go. We don't even have that in Canada. Yeah, I mean, this
is very Japanese.
Yeah, it's very Japanese. It's Japanese Canada Dry that you can't...
It's like smaller bottle and it's more expensive.
Yeah, this is like $1.50 for a bottle, which I think is a reasonable price. But in Japan, like usually like bottles of soda like this are like 80 cents, 90 cents. So you're definitely paying a little bit more for this. So that's what we're looking at here. It's got particles in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like craft ginger ale.
Yeah. You can see that in there. If you could focus properly. Come on. Yeah. Oh, every time it focuses, I move. Anyways, you can kind of make out that there's particles in there. It's just not sure where to focus. All right, let's give this a try. Yeah, that's pretty good. Right? It's very, like, sharp. very ginger, like a sharp ginger taste.
It's not as spicy as I thought it would be, but it definitely tastes like you made it at home. Like,
yeah, there's a bite,
fresh.
but there's a bite to this. Like the carbonation is very like crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, $1.50 in Canada is cheap for a bottle drink. Yeah, in Canada they're like $3 for a bottle drink. I don't know where they get off charging so much, but here bottle drinks are really cheap. That's good. And you know what? This product is definitely going to be discontinued in like a couple of months. Ginger beer level, I would say no. It does not have the same like burn heat taste that you would get with a ginger beer. It's not as spicy. But you definitely get a nice, you get a more distinct, fresh ginger flavor, I would say. And then the carbonation has a nice bite to it, kind of like a Coca-Cola. You drink a nice cold Coke, and like you can, you know, it bites down on you a little bit. Lisa doesn't drink much Coke.
I don't know.
All right.
But yeah, this one's good.
This is pretty good.
I approve.
There we go. There's white strawberries. And ever eat ginger chews? Yes, of course. I love ginger products. Ginger flavored things are one of my favorite. And premium ginger ale, premier ginger ale from Canada Dry that you can't get in Canada. Need some Vernon ginger ale. I don't know. I haven't tried that, but I would try it if it comes recommended from you. Okay. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us on another live stream here. I know it's been a long one, so I do appreciate all of you who hung out, or even if you hung out for a little bit, I just thanks for hanging out. We will see you again on another live stream next Friday or Saturday morning for me here on Instagram. If you're watching this on the replay, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we will see you guys again in the next video. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.